Всем привет! Продолжаем проходить вампира. Так, я думаю, сегодня, наверное, вот это первым делом сделаем, побочное, чтобы нам подкопить побольше опыта. Да хоть это, уровень поднять, это поперли уже тут РБ за 20 уровень. Не вытягиваю. Так, короче, все, погнали. Не будем медлить. Так, дорогу теперь надо. Чик-чик-чик-чик-чик. Направо-налево. Тишина какая-то подозрительная. Это что вообще за здание такое? Туда хер подойдешь. О, начинается. О, 23 уровень. Нихера себе. Бля, не туда ты бьешь, козел. Сука. Давай. Сука. Ёпти, блядь, куда ты машешь? Сука, места маловато. Не разгуляться. Сучарик, блядь. Пидор. Блин, может мне нахер убивать не надо было? Проскочил бы, да и все. Блин. Блин, за эти убийства даже опыт не дают. Плюс 10. Охренительно просто. Проще было мимо проскочить, да и все. Так, через мостик. Ух ты, бля. Чувак, я пошутил. Тут кладбище. Это... Да, точно, там же та баба стояла. Сука, которую я спас тогда. Блин, надо, короче, попробовать. Тоже заманить их подальше куда-нибудь. Забегут, интересно. Сука, нихера тут их. Чё это там за баба такая страшная, блядь? бля. Сука. Надо крови подсосать, блядь. Бах, пустой. Сюда. Упс. Сука. Бля. Сука, за столбик, ёпти. Сука, даже не вывалился, чё. С козла. Чё это за трупики лежат? Ну, теперь один этот остался с палкой. Теперь будет его проще замочить. Ух ты, бля. Сука. Пидорас, блядь. Готов. Еще быстрее, чем тех зомбаков, блин. Запинал. Так, где-то это я в закоулке видел каком-то. Твою мать.
Oh, I'm talking to you, you twat.
Ёпти, оборотень. Не заметил. Да где она, ёпти, блин? А, вот. Еще надо уговорить ее.
Are you all right, Miss Shun?
My name is Xiao Shun. This is the proper way to address someone in my country.
I do apologize, Xiao Shun. Are you all right?
Yes, I am. This is the only place where I can find some kind of serenity. Some way to remember my dear Matthew.
Так, тут надо аккуратно теперь, а то мало ли соскочит. Издалека начнем.
Are you on your own? Do you have any friends or family who you could be with?
I have family and friends, but I need to be here alone. One day maybe I'll go back to them. But not now. I need silence. And I need sadness.
Sadness can be a terrible trap. It can entangle you and weaken your heart if you let it control your thoughts.
Thank you for your sincere words, Dr. Reed. I sense you trying to help me, even if I don't quite understand why.
Что за вопрос такой, как погибший муж? Мне кажется, это неуместный.
You realize you can't stay here forever, don't you? Eventually you'll have to leave the cemetery.
Why? Why should I go? Since this is the only place I can find peace of mind.
But you're not dead. There is a difference between visiting the dead and staying with them.
You sound like you're no stranger to the pain I feel.
Let's just say, I too have a good reason to visit cemeteries at night.
Please accept my condolences for your loss then, Dr. Reed.
You should go home now.
No, not yet.
Сука.
I miss my dear Matthew so much, and I can't forgive myself.
Все, походу, сорвалась.
How is the sanitary situation evolving in Whitechapel these days?
My only relief is that my Matthew died before seeing the madness that approaches. I'm afraid we won't survive this trial, Dr. Reed.
Блин.
Tell me how your husband died, Xiaoshu.
Matthew died of the Spanish flu, like so many others. It's a mundane cause of death these days, but for me it meant the end of the world.
At this time, there is so little medical science can do to defeat this terrible epidemic. I'm truly sorry.
The worst thing is not his death, even if it tears me apart. The worst is not to have seen it coming, to have lost him so quickly, even before realizing it.
Did he hide his condition from you?
Matthew was a smiling type, a happy sort. Everything that I am not. Did he laugh at his death to come, or did he not realize what was going to happen? I'll never know.
The Spanish flu may be the worst disease mankind has ever faced. Why are you blaming yourself?
You don't understand. I didn't know he was so sick. I didn't realize the gravity of his situation until it was too late.
As harsh as this sounds, we are all equally vulnerable to this awful disease. It can take the strongest man in just a couple of days.
I never said goodbye to Matthew. We never realized how bad it was. We laughed about it even. He always made me laugh. Now I don't have enough tears to shed.
Так, ну-ка еще разок теперь.
You should go home now.
No, not yet. I miss my dear Matthew so much, and I can't forgive myself.
О, новая строчка открылась.
Are you a doctor yourself? Is this why you feel so guilty for not saving your sick husband?
No, I am not. But I still need to blame someone for Matthew's death. And who else, if not his wife, who did not see it coming?
I'm a physician, one of the best in the country. But I was unable to save my own sister, Mary. She died in my arms.
Why tell me this? Is it supposed to make me feel better?
She will rest in this cemetery forever. And I'll spend eternity hoping that she can forgive me.
May I ask what caused the death of your sister?
You could say she was also killed by a terrible disease. A disease I have sworn to fight and cure, no matter how long it takes.
Thank you for sharing that with me, Dr. Reed. Maybe it's time we start to rebuild our lives, you and I.
Ну-ка еще разок.
You should go home now.
I think you're right.
О,
Cemeteries are for the dead, for they need silence too. Thank you for your honesty and your wisdom, Dr. Reid.
Thank you for your company, Xiaoshun. Take care on the way home.
Maybe I'll see you again in Whitechapel. Goodbye for now.
Наконец-то. Хоть кого-то я спас.
Goodbye for now.
Matthew, the world has gone completely mad.
Хрена себе у него там это могила, как гараж целый. Неплохо так устроился. Так, ну теперь на основное задание нам надо попасть. О, как далеко. Вот эти бы еще восклицательные знаки бы тоже зафигачить. Ух, сколько их тут стало. Побочных заданий. Короче, я не знаю, сейчас попробуем сюда так добежать попутно. Доктор Сонуси. Ну, я к этому к боссу, короче, на ковер. Все, погнали. Сейчас на выходе опять эти стоять будут. Вот сука. Ой! Ух ты, бля, дьявол ебаный бежит сюда. Пускай там разбираются нахрен. Господи, где тут выход-то? Твою мать, быстрее. Нахрен чужие проблемы. О, никого нет, отлично. Сверкает, что ли? Казалось. О, бабосики. Все, на газ давить надо. Буквально за поворот заглянуть и все. Крысеныш. О, пришел вообще отлично. Так. В кабинет. Это что за книженцы? Непонятно. Дракула, что ли, написано? Точно. Интересно, почему нельзя на карте, ой, на радаре показать вот этот восклицательный знак? Какая-то херня. Может, тут вообще-то можно включать и выключать? Создать маркер, брать маркер. Походу нельзя.
Jonathan, old chap, how are you tonight? I've seen little of you of late.
I was conducting research in my room, away from the nightly routines.
Of course, of course. Worry not, I understand. The situation has been testy around here. I won't deny it, but we still stand.
Have you any reliable friends in the West End who might assist me?
Unfortunately, you will be alone. Except for our ravishing red-headed acquaintance, of course.
What about the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole? Where are they?
There are only a few of us, and most others would not speak to you. I am the black sheep of our brotherly flock, you know.
What of my commission here at Pembroke Hospital?
Nothing to fear, Jonathan. Your position here is in no jeopardy. You remain one of us, and you are always most welcome.
What news do you bring?
The news is not good, my friend. We try to keep the epidemic at bay, but street violence is escalating quickly.
How bad is the epidemic?
It is killing the infected patients faster. In less than 2 days now. The only blessing is that they are contagious for a shorter period.
Tell me more about the violence.
Geoffrey McCallum seems to have sent his war dogs on a hunt. On a nightly basis, Pre-Wen patrols exterminate every skull and vampire they find.
Have they come closer to the hospital?
No. They mainly focus on fallen districts or abandoned buildings. But they're growing in numbers. They must be recruiting heavily.
I have received an alarming letter from Lady Ashbury. She wants me to meet her at her house. I have been granted safe passage.
Then you are twice fortunate. I have never been invited to the lady's mansion. And with the quarantine and controls, city access is nigh impossible.
Is the quarantine serving any purpose?
It is helping slow the propagation of the epidemic. But as long as we have no clue to its origin, its efficiency is limited.
Why have you never entered the lady's house? You are one of her good friends, are you not?
My dear Jonathan, you have no idea how reclusive the good lady normally is, nor in what great esteem she must hold you to let you into her domain.
Все.
Thank you.
Выяснил
Edgar.
все, что
We
можно.
shall speak again later.
Че ж тогда восклицательный знак висел? Вот и все. Ништяк. Тут события. О, нихера себе район какой-то. Не знаю, был я там или нет. Так, короче, тогда сюда еще надо заглянуть. Петрохилия, блин. Что там за события такие, нихера я не понял. Надо эти хвосты поподбивать, чтобы они не висели. Так, это куда это? Может быть, на улицу? Тут бы по-хорошему вообще с каждым побазарить, чтобы все подсказки открылись. Но это охренеть как много времени займет. Потом, может быть, когда на паузе я все замутил. А, точно, я сюда в это зашел тогда. В канализацию. Это, наверное, вот этот чувак. Ну-ка.
Hey, Doc.
Do you ever think about that poor fellow I saw you push in the water?
The wound he gave me will make sure I don't forget him. Still fucking hurts. Boss had cut me good.
That man was determined to murder you. You almost died.
What a surprise. The first time I met him, he nearly shit himself. Fucking coward. I guess revenge gives you balls.
What did he want? Revenge?
I recently had to kill his brother. Poor arsehole thought it would be easy to return the favour.
Блин, сейчас еще выбор будет, грохнуть его или нет.
Perhaps you're right. Maybe only the strongest will survive in these dark times.
If there must be only one, in the end, make no mistake, I'll be the winner.
How is your hospitalization going, Mr. Cox?
This is a shitty place with shitty staff. But as long as I'm treated alright, I'll be fine.
Блин, он какой-то ублюдок, походу. Может, его в натуре захерачит.
What's wrong with the Pembroke staff?
That bastard you sent to bring me here, Milton. I thought he was going to break all my bones before I reached my bed.
I see. Any other smart comments?
The nurses aren't too ugly. Especially that foxy one, Nurse Crane. Pretty brunette, tough attitude, oh, I like that.
What's wrong with the hospital?
Come on, Dr. Reed. The place is a dump. Smelly, sad and dirty.
But you're alive thanks to the efforts and dedication of the staff here, aren't you?
What are you expecting, a medal? I thought that saving lives was just part of the job. Must be an unsatisfactory profession at this time, I'm sure.
Ах ты ж ублюдок.
Do
Надо,
you ever
короче,
think about
The wound...
вернуться к тому.
what did he want? Perhaps
If the...
Все, наверное, проскочил уже-то.
that man. What did he want?
I recently had to kill his brother.
Perhaps you're right. Maybe only the strongest will survive in the...
Ну
If
да,
there must...
все, ответ уже автоматически мой.
How long do you think you can escape the law, Clay?
I know this city like the back of my hand, Doc. I know its streets, who to pay, who to avoid, and who to bully. I won't get caught.
The police may be slow, but they will find you eventually.
Well, how come you didn't turn me in then? Nah, Doc. I figure you have something to hide, so you can't ask the coppers for help.
Сука, подсказка не сработала.
How long do you think you can escape the law?
I know this city like...
The police may...
Well, how come...
Все, тоже просрал. Бля. Я думал, он сейчас надавит на него и грохнет потом. Сука.
How is your hospital?
This is just...
I'll leave you for now,
Всё.
Mr. Cox.
Просрал, короче, ублюдок. Пидорас. Всё. Смотри, этот восклицательный знак все равно висит. А я вообще вон где ставим. Значит, это не он. Интересно, блин, что ж там за событие такое? Бля. 39 метров. Упс. Чё-то туда не хочется. Бля. Как будто где-то здесь, а где тут вообще что есть? Тут только вот эта херня, но туда я заходил, там, по-моему, ничего не было. Интересно, блин. Надо походить, поискать, короче. О, опять этот дьявол.
You must prepare, child, for the earth is bleeding and the harvest is upon us.
Stay away! Whoever you are!
This is no time for petty quarrels, my champion. Can you not hear? The famished queen has awoken.
I am not your champion!
But of course you are, son. As surely as you are the blood of my blood.
I had to kill Mary!
I have known your pain, child. Do not succumb to...
Silence! I dismiss you, now!
The land calls for a champion. All and everyone needs you.
Silence!
Что за добрый
Tired of all
такой
these
дядька.
puppet shows.
Так, короче, идем к заданию. Облазил я всю канализацию, ни хера там нету. Даже в том месте, где оборотень был, там опять оборотень бегает. Не стал я же туда залезать, ну его нахер. Непонятно, что за событие. Может, там где-то на крыше здания, хер его знает. Потом, может быть, разберусь. Пойдем пока по основному сюжету. Ух ты.
They want war. I'll show them war.
Whatever this poor woman did, nobody deserves this kind of punishment.
Хрена себе метнулся. Такую высоту, как мне сюда пробраться-то? Во, пролез. А по-моему, тут ворота были в прошлый раз закрыты, точно. Так, куда мне тут рулить-то надо? Налево. Или в убежище зайти? Хер с ним. Че там за разборки? А, этот чувак, смотри. Ни хрена себе какой. Высасывает, смотри с него. Жизнь. Ух ты, сука, блядь! Я думал, он за меня. Ух ты, падла, блядь. Иди-ка сюда, сучонок. Блядь, саблю бы у него отобрать. А, сука, выносливость. А, вот что она, блядь, пидор высасывает с меня выносливость. Все. Сука. Блядь, нихера себе. Вроде мягкий такой, смотри, и никак не добить. Иди сюда, сука. Блядь. Не хватает выносливости, блядь. О, не хлюся, сука. Все, готов. Падла. Какую-то херню с него подобрал. Пружинку, блядь, от трусов. Что там сверкает еще? О, а это что за хрен такой? А мне куда-то туда. А, это особняк, наверное, этой же.
So this is where she lives. What a splendid house.
На променад.
Dr. Reid, welcome. How are you?
As good as one can be, considering the circumstances.
Yes. Death and affliction seem prevailing themes of late. Please, Come in. We have much to discuss.
I hope I haven't disturbed you.
Not at all. Actually, I was counting on you visiting me tonight.
How strange, this painting. Beautiful, melancholic, yet with a haunting dignity.
Indeed. A long time ago, a friend asked me to paint this for him. But I kept it in the end.
I did not know you were a painter, my lady.
There are many things you do not know about me, young Ekon.
И глаза у них страшные, блин. Отталкивающие. Так.
Please, call me Jonathan.
Please excuse my behavior, Jonathan. I tend to tease my friends when uneasy.
What is bothering you, my lady? Your letter was quite alarming.
We will talk about this in a few minutes. For now, I would like you to tell me about yourself. How have you been since we last met, my friend?
Так, что же я делал?
My sister Mary. She was made a vampire in the same way I was. She was the one killing all those people everywhere I went.
Vengeance is a powerful force for those betrayed. Made vampire through careless error. Victims by surprise.
I swear I did not intend that. If only I had known then how vampires are created.
That is the scientist speaking. In truth, most of us do not know how it really works. Personally, I make sure my prey will not return to haunt me.
What do you mean?
I am merciless, Jonathan. I only feed on the dying, and I make sure they are dead before leaving their remains.
I came to the conclusion that my maker, whoever he might be, must be a powerful vampire. Certainly extremely old.
How have you reached this conclusion?
He is the only immortal I've seen appear in an ethereal form. His voice, his words seemed ancient. It was disturbing.
I am afraid you are right. The simple fact that your blood made Mary such a strong Ekon proves that you must be of ancient lineage.
I felt this power, radiating like an aura every time he appeared.
Most ancestral vampires of England were killed by the Guard of Priwen half a century ago. I wonder who your maker could be.
You have no idea who he could be?
Some of the ancient ones fled England. Some may still be in hiding. All I know is you, my friend, are a pawn in some secret and obscure game of chess.
I think I should ask the questions, your ladyship. After all, it was you who invited me to settle this most urgent of matters.
Fair enough, Jonathan. The situation is critical. We do not have the luxury for etiquette.
Please do not misunderstand me. I would be delighted to discuss mundane matters and idle trivialities.
If we survive the dark nights to come, we shall have all the time in the world to speak, you and I. For now, please follow me, Jonathan.
I must say, your house is exquisite.
One of the advantages of living forever is having the time to be selective with one's furnishings. I took the liberty of having tea served.
You can still drink tea.
Can't keep it down, but I do so enjoy the aroma. Let us toast to make-believe. And of course to your health, Jonathan.
And to yours, my lady.
Охренительное чаепитие, блин.
Please, call me Elizabeth.
So, my lady, Why, truly, did you invite me here?
I've been asked to deliver an official invitation to meet the Ascalon Club.
Who are they? Really?
They are the embodiment of vampire law in Britain. Some say they influence the destiny of the Empire. Some believe they merely protect it.
How many are they?
Only a small number of powerful and deceitful immortals. All of them entangled in a sticky web of shadow cabinets, influencing trade.
Зачем бессмертным международная торговля?
Will they fight the guard of Priwen?
I doubt it. Fergal was Lord Redgrave's executioner forever and a day. By defeating that beast, you deprived them of a powerful weapon.
Why use you to contact me?
Because they know we are close. The Ascalon Club has many spies. Their main occupation is gathering information, and then deciding how to use it.
Have they threatened you in any way?
Not at all. Their message surprised me at first. But it is only logical, considering the critical situation in London.
Why not ask for your help? Since you are obviously a powerful and influential immortal yourself.
You have to understand that I am invisible to the eyes of Ascalon, for I am a woman. That suits me well, as long as they leave me alone.
Should I trust them?
Of course not. Do not misunderstand me. They can be very useful, but I believe their long-term goals differ from yours.
Should I lie to them?
We all lie, Jonathan. It falls to you to choose your behavior. The most important rule is to show them due respect.
Why meet them then?
Because nothing truly important can be achieved in this city without their consent. They could be powerful allies in this current situation.
They have done nothing but impede my investigation since I became known to them. Why would they want to see me now?
I guess they now see you as Ascalon material. They must have found out what happened to your sister. Proof of the potent blood flowing through your veins.
I'm not sure I can accept their invitation. I have seen their handiwork. How Fergal the Beast imposed the club's law.
You have no choice, Jonathan. Even I would not openly defy Lord Redgrave, the chairman of the Ascalon Club.
What can you tell me about Lord Redgrave? Who is he?
Lord Redgrave is the founder and chairman of the Ascalon Club. Most mortals know him as the Earl of Bristol. He is rich and extremely influential.
Have you met him?
Only on rare occasions, for he never goes outside the club. And women are not awarded membership, even immortals.
How old is he? How long has he been a vampire?
Lord Redgrave claims to be the progeny of William Marshall, the most valiant knight who ever lived. If that is true, he could be very old.
How powerful is his reach?
The Ascalon Club may be the most influential secret society in England. Not all its members are immortals, but they are all very powerful.
They are not all immortals. How is that?
The club is mainly comprised of political figures who seek the safety and expansion of the Empire. The most loyal are awarded immortality.
Any familiar or famous names?
As the richest, most relentless British tycoon, Aloysius Dawson is considered ideal Ascalon material and has been watched for years.
If you are convinced I must meet him, I will heed your advice.
Thank you, Jonathan. I understand your reluctance to brush shoulders with London's vampire elite. But we have no choice.
Is the situation that critical?
Yes. The Guard of Prewen has called for a second great hunt of our kind, and they will stop at nothing to eliminate us.
Will the Guard of Prewen and the Ascalon Club fight each other?
I doubt it. If Prewen really launched a great hunt, I think most of the Ekons I know would flee the country to escape the bloodbath.
I think I saw them kill an Ekon on the way to your house. They seem to have a list with names.
To launch another great hunt, they must have collected intelligence on vampire identities and whereabouts. They are a resourceful lot.
Should we fight back? I will not be hunted down like an animal again.
I admire your courage, Jonathan. But the best way to fight them is to put an end to the epidemic. This is the only way to clear the air.
What is a great hunt?
The first great hunt was launched about 75 years ago. In just a few nights, the Guard of Prewen located and destroyed most of the old British vampires.
Why start a second one?
Prewen has always seen us immortals as a threat to mankind. My guess is they suspect one or more of us as the cause of the epidemic.
How did you survive the first hunt?
I fled, Jonathan. Like most vampires who survived that slaughter. And I secretly came back when I was sure they had lost my trail.
You should flee then. Leave London, the country even. I have seen the Guard in action. They are merciless.
Your concern warms my heart, Jonathan. But fear not. If the situation gets too dangerous, I shall retreat to my secret Scottish manor. I could hide you in my luggage, if you wish.
Thank you for the offer. I shall keep it in mind, but I have much to do here. There is a question I must ask you. Could Lord Redgrave be my maker?
I doubt it. If Lord Redgrave had made you his progeny, he would not have seemed so surprised when you demonstrated the strength of your lineage.
What is the plan?
The plan is we both try to save this city, you and I. Go to Ascalon, accept their proposition, and use their influence to promote your agenda.
How can I save London?
The epidemic is the priority. You must find its origin and put an end to it. This is the best way to solve the crisis.
What will you do?
I still have contacts and old friends in this town. I shall make some inquiries and attempt to learn more of the situation. We need clarity.
Will I ever discover the identity of my maker?
Maybe not, Jonathan. We know for sure you were made by a powerful vampire, but most of those fled England long ago.
Please forgive my bluntness, but I have to ask. Was it you? Did you make me?
Oh, Jonathan. I know you shall always have a gnawing doubt about who made you an immortal. But I swear, I had nothing to do with it.
Спрашивал же уже.
You have no idea at all? You seem to know so many things about the secrets of the vampire underworld.
Even if I had my suspicions, I would not dare give you a name so soon. All I can say is this. I will make inquiries and keep you informed.
One day soon, I will have to find the answer to this mystery.
And I shall help you in your research, I promise. For now, you must go to the Ascalon Club and play their game.
Will I see you again at the Pembroke Hospital?
No, you will find me here if you need me. I shall conduct inquiries alone, and we can then share our discoveries.
When will we meet again?
As soon as you meet Lord Redgrave, I suppose. Fear not, my dear. I shall only be a heart's beat away.
I want to thank you for all your support and your help, my lady.
Could you do me a last great favor? and call me Elizabeth.
I should be honored, my lady.
Then it is settled. Finally, some good news in these dark hours.
Thank you. I appreciate the advice. I had best prepare myself to meet this Lord Redgrave now.
How thrilling to meet the Earl of Bristol in the flesh, so to speak.
Something tells me you're not very keen on the man.
Don't get me wrong. The gentlemen of the Ascalon Club are honorable, but their attitude and opinions are somewhat antiquated.
I see.
As long as they deny access to female applicants, I will leave them to their antediluvian considerations as to the natural order of things. Jonathan, promise me you'll be careful.
Of course. But why the fear in your voice?
Look at me, Jonathan.
I am.
I mean, really look at me, young Ekon. We may be deceptive by nature, but this heart of mine has always told the truth.
Elizabeth.
Go, my friend. But come back to me soon.
Что-то у них так быстро завязывается все начало. Второй раз только видится. Такс. Теневой кабинет. Куда нам двигаться? О. Недалеко.
So, time to visit the Ascalon Club.
О, тачуха какая. Прикольно. Куда на ней ездить по таким улицам? Хрен пойми что. Закрыто.
It's locked.
Убежище. Где убежище? Придется обходной путь искать. Кто там?
Filthy piece of shit!
А, очередной этот вампирчик, наверное. Так, блин, стоит лицом, сразу хер поймешь, куда он смотрит. Ага, вот сюда, значит, надо обойти как-то.
You Londoners are no match for me!
Ах ты, сучий потрох. Иди сюда. Боишься? Сука, сука. Какой прыткий, падла. Как сука, блядь. Блядь, дыхалка кончилась. Ёб твою мать, ты-то, сука, куда лезешь? Бля, да в переулок, может, не полезут за мной. Стоят. Прикольно. Ух ты, бля. Пошел отсюда. Вообще нормально так. Богоизер. Что поделать, надо выживать любыми способами. Так, в закоулок может завернуть. Что это за херня, непонятно. А, так сюда мне надо. Закрыто. Ты сука. Чё там, блин, такое происходит? Бежать не может, смотри, вообще еле-еле двигается.
That was the vampire I saw earlier. This war takes no prisoners.
Бля, надо, наверное, смотреть надо туда куда-то.
It's locked, all right.
Так. Вот здесь типа проход, да? Где? Это, наверное, где поверху, что ли? Блин, хер дойдешь еще туда. Ну, такое ощущение, как на этот гигантский мост подняться, под которым я нахожусь. Или это вообще не мост? Что же это тогда? Так, и что я тут забыл? Ни хрена нету тут вообще.
It's locked.
Ну, туда наверх, мне кажется, надо. Вон там поезд ездит, смотри. Ну да, все как в Ассасине, такая же херня. Там тоже же Лондон, по-моему, был. Короче, надо попробовать тут обойти, я не знаю, мне кажется. Где-то здесь. Лазейка есть, это тут, наверное. Блядь! Ах ты, сука! Откуда у меня запас крови сделался, не пойму. Блять! Сучонок. И спустил дух прям. Подожди-ка. Где там второй валялся? Наверное, сумка его. Посмотрим. Это что за проход? Блять, а нахера я сюда пришел? Прикинь. Вокруг просто тупо обошелся. Блять, дебилизм. Как мне сюда зайти? Еще разок осмотреться. О, а это что за место, блядь? Нахер я там топтался? Блядь. Вот же оно.
Never have I felt so sad to be back home.
Ух ты, блядь, что это там за хрен такой? С горы. Так, по прямой не пролезешь. Ты, наверное, дворик какой-то, что ли. А тут тоже не обойдешь. Или обойдешь. Ну-ка, пробежать тут. Нахрен. Хрена грузовичок. Прикольный. О. В мирный райончик забежал. Так, быстрее. Ну, короче, то время на диалоги потратили, охереть как много. Вся серия сплошная болтовня. Бля, не туда походу.
The Ascalon Club, the heart of British vampire society. Not quite as subtle as I expected.
Do you know where you are standing right now?
In front of the Ascalon Club, I presume.
The Ascalon Club only summons or ostracizes. What is your business tonight?
I received an invitation. I'm Dr. Jonathan Rid.
Welcome to the Ascalon Club, then, Dr. Reed. Please proceed. Lord Redgrave is waiting on you upstairs.
Неплохо у них тут трупаки лежат. Наверное, закуска.
There has been quite a battle here.
Да я хочу проверить, что у тебя там в комоде лежит.
I'm sure the Ascalon Club has the money to
Козёл.
replace the furniture.
Ох. Такие доспехи надеть ни одна тварь не прокусит. Ходить по улицам, грохотать. Бля. Ёпти, блядь, на улицу вышел. Ты смотри, блядь. Ну ты придурок, сука. Так, наверх теперь надо. Ух ты, как круто. Хороший кинжал. Ну-ка посмотрим. Не пойму. Вот он, да? 3-го уровня сразу. Поглощение крови. А, ну он 10 очей только бьет. А мой на 18. Это хреноватенький. Не сюда. О, ковер. Прикольно тут у них. О, вон они стоят там, смотри. Фуршет у них там. Тогда сюда заглянем. Вот тут как все сверкает. Блин, надо торопиться. Черт, я расслабился совсем. Время-то поджимает нахрен. Быстрее. Все вроде шмонал. Так, а как мне туда пройти? Сквозь шторки?
Good evening. We repel the intruders for now.
Элита, блин. Дед бессмертный. Вечно с палочкой ходить.
My good friends, if I may have your attention. Behold our visitor, the good Dr. Reid. Newborn of blood so pure and strong that even my friend Fergal Bansha was no match for him.
Here, here, here.
Come forward, young Ekon, for we have so much to discuss. Welcome to the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reid. I am Lord Redgrave, Earl of Bristol and chairman of this exclusive association.
Lord Redgrave.
At last we meet. I've been eager to make your acquaintance. I've heard some astounding things about you. Please accept my condolences for your loss, Dr. Reid.
Thank you, my lord. Lady Ashbury expressed your wish to meet me.
Yes. The lady has always been a useful acquaintance, though not always reliable. Is she a good friend of yours?
Yes, she is. I may even say I admire her probity and her kindness. She has helped me since I was reborn.
The centuries have taught me never to trust a woman completely, especially if she is immortal. Too prone to emotions, if you ask me. Too fickle when it comes to important decisions.
My lord, do not expect me to speak ill of Lady Ashbury.
Of course not, and I praise your loyalty. Would you offer the same fidelity to the Empire?
What do you mean?
I speak of the Skull Plague that threatens London and the country. You have been on the front line in the East End, but the time has come to open up a second front here.
The epidemic has escaped the quarantine. You have new cases of the outbreak.
We don't know for certain, but we cannot allow the disease to threaten the prominent heads of Great Britain.
Why are you suddenly so friendly? The last time I met one of yours, he tried to kill me.
Are you referring to Fergal? He was the most useful of servants, but he was just a servant. You, on the other hand, Doctor, proved yourself much more worthy.
You want me to find possible sources of the outbreak in the West End? Is that it?
Ah, straight to the point, like all eager newborns. We shall have time to talk about all this, Dr. Reid, but first, I should like to get to know you better.
Talk? Is that the only reason you asked me here?
Well, no. I also wanted to meet the intriguing Ekon, who made such a powerful progeny of his sister. You have not learned the name of your maker, am I correct?
No, I haven't.
Have no embarrassment, Dr. Reid. We all make mistakes. But whatever your lineage, you are definitely Ascalon material.
What do you mean?
I would like you to become a member of the Ascalon Club, and to serve me as such.
Блин. Сука, сейчас начнет задавать вопросы, меня не возьмут. Блин, поспрашивать надо.
Before I accept, I have so many questions.
Please ask.
What does it mean to be a member of the Ascalon Club?
It means that you swear to protect the interests of the Crown, that you become a loyal servant of the British Empire.
Do you have any official recognition from the government? A charter from His Majesty the King?
No. Of course, the Ascalon Club publicly supports the Empire, but the true nature of its members remains a secret.
Am I supposed to follow orders?
As founder and chairman of the club, I alone am entitled to make demands of our members, and I do appreciate obedience.
Хера себе.
What is the Ascalon Club's express purpose?
We follow the credo of William Marshall, the greatest knight who ever lived. As was he, we are sworn to protect the British Empire.
What does Ascalon mean?
Ascalon was the lance wielded by St. George, glorious patron saint of England when he slew the dragon. And like that lance, we pierce the hearts of all our nation's enemies.
William Marshall founded the Ascalon Club.
Not exactly. William Marshall granted me immortality, and I founded the club a few years later. The good knight has been gone for so long.
I killed Fergal, who claimed to be one of yours, sent to cleanse the East End of all Skulls. Will his death be an issue?
Do not worry. My priorities have changed. Fergal was a zealous servant of mine, but like any servant, he had his limitations and is readily replaced if necessary.
Охренительно. Ну, что делать, соглашаться надо.
I agree to join the club.
This is good news. Good news indeed in these crucial times. Let's inform the Assembly formally and proceed with your initiation.
My initiation?
Fear not. Nothing fancy nor dangerous. It is just that we, the members of Ascalon, believe that tradition and custom are the backbone of this country.
Сейчас обрезание будет делать, наверное.
My fellow members, dear friends, please gather and welcome this Ekon as one of our own.
Is he worthy? Is his blood pure?
Well, speak, Dr. Reid, in front of the most sacred blood. The blood of our beloved William Marshall. Speak now. Will you serve and protect the crown as he did?
Yes, I will.
Then, young Ekon, it is time to testify with your blood. It is time to sign the Book of Allegiance. I know it's awfully gothic and a tad pedantic, but England's traditions are the backbone of our nation. Delightful. Welcome to the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reid. Take your place among the bearers of the lance.
One of us! One of us!
Все? Охрененно вообще. Поговорить с лордом Редгрейвом.
and I spotted
Кто это такой?
foreign evidence. This is an outrage. We shall chase these intruders down. I was chased by a gigantic Valcod 2 nights ago. I thought it was Fergal coming back, but no.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. How does it feel to be this evening's centerpiece? Figuratively.
It's quite unsettling. As a doctor, I am more used to being the observer than the subject observed.
Do not be alarmed. The Ascalon Club has a tried and tested policy for choosing its initiates.
May I ask who you are, sir?
Why would you be interested?
Well, as you seem to be the only man in the room with a beating heart, you draw quite a bit of attention yourself.
Ah, vampire senses never cease to fascinate me. They dwarf those of mere mortals. I am Aloysius Dawson, by the way.
Are you a member of the club?
Yes, I am. And I have been for many years. And will be until the day I die.
Are you sick?
Personally, I consider my advancing years are a sickness in itself. My body is slowly abandoning me, Dr. Reed.
What can you tell me about it?
It's not really my place to give you such information. I am merely a mortal member, and a dying one at that.
What can you tell me about Lord Redgrave?
I would not dare speak of our chairman without his consent.
Mr. Dawson? Of Dawson and Dawson? The wealthiest man in England. It is a pleasure to meet such a prominent figure of London.
A withering London figurehead, to be precise.
Are you sick, Mr. Dawson? I am a doctor, you know.
My case is beyond the scope of traditional medicine. I have spent fortunes on the world's most competent doctors to arrive at that diagnostic conclusion.
I'm sorry to hear that, sir. Should I suppose that you're here in search of some form of immortality?
Absolutely not. I'm here to implement my plan to save the city I was born in. To cast out the ghastly evil that has us all on our knees.
Money cannot solve every problem. This mysterious epidemic is going to require more than money can buy.
You're right. Money is nothing unless one has the will to wield it. I have a plan, sir. A radical one that will save all that is essential in London.
What is your plan, then?
Quarantine and barricades are futile. What we need is a wall. A formidable, unscalable wall to isolate the deserving from the infected masses.
But that would segregate the rich from the poor, would it not? It would be unjust.
Our only course of action must be to save England. And to save England, we have to make sacrifices.
Are you not mistaking sacrifice for summary execution?
Why do you care? Are you not a vampire? Removed from all mortal concerns? Decisiveness is what the city needs. And it needs it now.
Все, дед не хочет, наверное, со мной базарить. Блин, а где же искать-то его? Сука. Да быстрей. А, так вот же он.
That went well, did it not? It is always useful to bolster the troops' morale, especially before a difficult battle.
You have the makings of a general, my lord.
I was, though very long ago, well, not quite a general, but a proud defender of the crown.
So why did you really want to meet me?
Straight to the point again, young Ekon. All right, let's talk, you and I, Lance Sparrow.
I'm listening, my lord.
According to my spies, you have worked with Dr. Edgar Swansea on the epidemic, and your findings were quite alarming.
Do you know Edgar Swansea?
Not personally, But I've been told he has some sort of immortal fetish and is a good friend of yours.
Does it bother you that I consider him my good friend?
As long as you reveal nothing of the club's inner workings, why should I forbid you engaging in conversation with the good Dr. Swansea?
Yes, I'm convinced the recent invasion of frenzied scals in London is directly linked to the epidemic. This is not the Spanish flu, but something else.
I would be glad to hear more of your discoveries, Dr. Reid, but for now, my main concern is the security of London's inhabitants, both mortal and immortal.
What do you mean?
Alarmed by the epidemic, the Guard of Prewen has started a war against us British vampires. To appease the situation, we must eradicate the Scals.
Scals are malevolent and disgusting creatures.
I knew I was right to induct you, Dr. Reid. You would not dare lie to me on such a vital topic now, would you?
So, what do you want me to do?
I want you to investigate the city thoroughly. I have reason to fear there are cases of contagion in this part of town. Our absolute priority is to find and cleanse them.
And how would you like me to proceed?
By all means necessary, Dr. Reid. You are now a member of the Ascalon Club and you have carte blanche. Interrogate the locals, follow all the leads you find, and get results.
I personally went patrolling last night in the West End, and I spotted at least 2 foreign econs. This is an outrage. We shall chase these intruders down.
Блин, надеюсь, все удачно прошло. Стабильные портреты. Поговорить с горожанами об инфекции. Расспросить местных о потенциальных источниках. А где вот этих надо поспрашивать? Ни хрена походу. Наверное, надо на улицу идти и спрашивать людей на улице. Так, короче, ладно, пацаны, давайте тогда закончим на этом серию. Следующий тогда пойдем на улицу спрашивать у народа что-то как. Все, всем спасибо. Увидимся в следующей серии.